4th year having our Hiring Red, White, and You job fair. We've broken records every year. The last 2 years, we've had the most attendees than any other job fair in the state of Texas. There are 28 Workforce Solutions boards. We have year after year broken this record. We have over 90 employers here today to support our veterans, to support our community, and we are so happy that everybody could make it here.
Buenos dias. Good morning. Like I'm in high school again. What a great day it is for me to be here today in the Valley, my hometown. Not McAllen, but in Brownsville. But you know, when you've been in Austin for so long, anywhere in the Valley is considered home. Thank you very much. Let me first off congratulating all the potential employers that are here today. Thank you for taking the time to be here and sharing, hopefully, employment opportunities for veterans. Yesterday we celebrated Veterans Day, and I had the opportunity to speak to a group in Mercedes last night. And so I asked the question about what is a veteran? And the true definition of a veteran, really, if you look at it, is a man or a woman that has served in the armed forces during wartime or peacetime. That's it. That's the definition of a veteran. But it goes further than that. And I challenge you to walk with me this small path that I'm going to lead you down. As you look at the resumes that some of the veterans will present to you today, what they're not going to put on their resume, but they probably should. A veteran is a man or a woman that left their home to go serve our country. It's a man or a woman that placed their lives and their livelihood on the line every single day. It's a man or a woman that came back during wartime to an unknown and various unknown situations. Whether it's unemployment, whether it's family, whether it's business, whether it's personal. It's a man or a woman that comes back to this country not knowing whether they're going to be welcomed or not welcomed. And we look to the Vietnam veteran. We look to the Vietnam veteran because that was the veteran that I got to know. That was my age. That was my era. And I know I've had the pleasure and the honor of meeting many Vietnam veterans. And for the longest time, and maybe to this day, they are not happy veterans. And principally because a disservice was bestowed upon them when they became non-military and they came back. Because they did not come back as heroes. They did not come back to ticker tape parades. They did not come back to a welcoming country. They came back to bitterness, polarization, divisiveness, and many times they came back to less than favorable conditions. The Vietnam veteran, the veteran that's forgotten, the veteran that really stood out and has been mistreated more than any other veteran in the past. So are they heroes? Absolutely. What did they do that was so wrong? What did they do that caused this country to turn their backs on them? What did they do to create the divisiveness in this country that we saw as young adults, high school, junior high, college? What did they do? All they did was serve their country. All they did was do what they had to do. All they did was to do what they were asked to do. So those veterans are the ones that I look up to. Those are the veterans that need not apologies, but recognition of the fact they did everything that they were called upon to do. Subsequent veterans that have come, that have served in Afghanistan and Iraq, they're heroes as well. They're men and women that put on hold their life. They put on hold their family. They put on hold their education. They put on hold their businesses. For the men and women that are the significant others of veterans, thank you very much. Because many times the men and women that fall behind and stay behind have a much greater task. And that task is maintaining a family, keeping the home strong, keeping the family together while their significant others are serving our country. So to those men and women that stayed behind to look after your children and welcome your significant other back, muchísimas gracias for doing that. But now we come to today. We've heard the resume of the veteran, the man and woman that basically does what a lot of us have not been able to do for whatever reason. And that's why we're here today. In many parts, to open up opportunities for veterans that have not been able to find, seek those opportunities. So we're here today. To the employers that are here today, let me say again, thank you. But now you got to go to the next step. You got to sincerely look at those resumes of these veterans. Look at what they can do for us. Veterans are great employees, and we have a lot of great veteran employers. Come together. Come together and reach out. If there's a doubt, ask the question of the veteran. We need to do more for our veterans today. Employment opportunities are fine, but we need to do much more. We have to do much more than naming a street and a building after a veteran. We have to do more. And we start by providing adequate health care. We start by all of us coming together and pursuing and fighting and advocating for a hospital in the Rio Grande Valley that's going to serve our veterans' needs. We don't have to drive any farther. And if we cannot do that, then what is it that we can do? So I ask everybody here to come together and fight, advocate, and support and pursue a veterans hospital in the Rio Grande Valley. Let's not give up the fight. Let's keep it up. Let's not just say goodbye. We're not going to go away quietly. But with that, keep in mind that resume that I prefaced my comments with about what a veteran is. It's much more than just serving. They gave a part of their life that many of us do not. Another group of folks, and I'm going to say this in somewhat closing, that we need to appreciate as much, if not more so, is our law enforcement community. They, too, are also public servants, like veterans are. These public servants that put their lives on the line every single day, much like veterans did as they serve overseas or during wartime. Every life does matter. Every single law enforcement life matters. And every veteran's life matters. So let's keep that in mind as we go through the day. Every day should be Think of Vet Day. Not just Veterans Day on November 11th and not just Memorial Day. But every day should be a day that we seek the opportunity to say thank you to the law enforcement community and the veterans of our community. So with that, thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me. Que pasen buen día. Que Dios los bendiga.